music is the art of listening, right? So we need to take our time and freaking listen. So like, what's going on here, right? What up, guys? Welcome to vlog number 8. I want to talk about talent. So honestly, I just don't really believe in talent. I mean, there is talent, there are people that are very talented, but more than talent, it's yeah, I just don't believe in talent. You know, it's hard work. It's a lot of work, and some people might need to spend more time than other people. But honestly, we can all really get good at what we want to do. So, you know, if you want to play guitar, you know, play jazz or blues or rock, it's just about putting a lot of time. Now, jazz is a very complex language, so you might have to put quite a few years and practicing and studying and you know, trying to analyze what it is that you need to do and what it is that you want to do, you know, because again, you don't need to know everything to create, even in jazz, right? You don't need to know everything in jazz or in music to create. So you need to kind of know and start understanding what it is that you want to do. And I think it's really important to like be relaxed about it and like break down the situation, say, okay, you know, I can play C major scale. Let's start with that. Now again, that might seem stupid and you're like, yeah, I know how to play C major, don't, you know. But again, there is a ton of information in everything we do. So if we really hear C major, that's a lot. Like that means that we hear the relationship, you know, between the notes, between the chords, right? Maybe inversions. You know, so hearing all these elements, it's like, this is music, you know, the relationship and the tension and release within the key, this is music. So hearing C major and being able to play that well is a lot, okay? So the first thing I kind of want to talk about today is trying to rewire your brain in a good way, you know. So when you're practicing, you're letting yourself learn and letting yourself study, right? So you're not trying to do like C major, like no, you're taking your time and listening to the sound. I mean, music is the art of listening, right? So we need to take our time and freaking listen. So like, what's going on here, right? Oh wow, a third. You know, like really taking the time. Hearing those relationships and like saying, okay, you know, then we have a song, right? We have do, si, re, do, sol, la, si, mo, la, do, si, right? I mean, it's the same thing, it's the same relationships, and then, right, it goes 2, 5 to F, and what's the melody? It's all the time, it's very diatonic, it's on the chords, it's spelling it out completely. So taking the time and hearing this and kind of demystifying the situation is really important, right? So yeah, it's basically do, si, re, do, sol, la, si, la, do, si, la, sol, la, si, la, do, fa, sol, la, mo, sol, si, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do, sol, mo. You know, it's very simple. It's super simple. And again, okay, if you're playing it fast and with some advanced rhythms, it sounds cool and it's like, it's jazz, yeah. You know, but honestly, it's just very simple and it's very diatonic. So taking the time and really, being able to hear it and listening to it clearly is a big deal. I think a lot of people like are not paying attention enough when they're practicing, like they're not focused enough. I mean, we're all not focused all the time, but just like really trying to be present and trying to listen as much as we can to what we're doing, because this is, you know, this is like what it is, I guess. This is why I like music, because you're like, you kind of have to, in a way, be present in the moment and listen, so otherwise it's just like not really music. And that's cool, because hopefully it translates into life, so you're like experiencing the moment, like you're like hanging, you're doing whatever, you're drinking coffee, so you're there. You know, I'm trying like these days, I told you about the morning routine, so I'm like trying like not to like look at my phone and all the social media, just like, I don't know, today I had coffee, I made some food, you know, and then I dived into practicing and playing some piano and whatever, you know, different things. So I think like taking the time and like trying to be like, okay, this is what I'm doing, I'm gonna enjoy it, and trying to be fully in the moment. So the same thing with music, right? So you're working on C major, that's a freaking big deal. You know, it's like, okay, what's going on here? Let's really hear that, right? You know, sing that melody with the name of the notes, so you understand what's going on. What are the relationships? Then, you know, working on that through the keys, right? Singing that in every key, playing it on piano, like simple exercises that are making us learn and study and understand the relationships really much better. Okay, I gotta go practice right now, so I think we'll call this a day, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.